Broadway Limited Imports. 60% of the time, it works every time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
A little bit of history between me and Broadway Limited. This is a T1 Duplex. And actually, I keep these bags. I really like them. So a T1 Duplex, it's a Paragon 4. So I had one of these before, and it was a Paragon 3, and it didn't work very well. I sent it back for repairs. It came back, it was working fine, and then it stopped working again. So I sold that. I used part of the money to buy this one, and also part of the money that I make from YouTube. So thank you everyone for watching. So I bought this one. It's a Paragon 4. Hopefully this one works better. So we're going to start with kind of a review, and then we'll go run some trains. How about that?
How about that?
I'm going to be honest, this is really nice. I mean, I like the packaging. I actually like the locomotive very much. I mean, I bought this locomotive twice, so I'm telling you, I guess I like it. And I'll keep all this packaging. I keep all that. I keep this little foam part. And it's a very detailed locomotive, state of the art, as it were. Also comes with a little baggie of parts, 2 extra traction tires should you ever need them. So I had no problems with the traction tires. It was just the DCC. So I'm going to do some close-ups of this, and I'll talk over the close-ups. The place where I bought this, they had more than one, so I could pick the unit number. 5500 is what I picked. Look at this little warning sign. You can almost read it. A close-up of the valve gear and the running gear. This is the front one. It's absolutely beautiful. If you like details, there's details throughout. Here's the builder's plate where you can read T1. A shot of the front where you have the unit number and the headlight. You can see the headlight. They took the time to put a little chrome surround. Separately applied handrails, the smokestack. You can see the sand hatches with the whistle and the 3 pop valves. There's a coal, which is painted black, not green like the rest. Even the tender gets a lot of extra detail, including the radio antenna. The lettering is very crisp. You will be pleased with this locomotive, with its looks. Even this little warning label, you can almost read this. Plenty of details throughout. Air compressor with the bell on the fireman's side. And this is just how long it is. It's a long engine. It sure is long. I was looking for the generator all that time, but it's right here on this little shelf. There's your generator for that. So yeah, plenty of detail. You will be pleased with the way it looks. If you look at the packaging, they do say it has a rolling thunder. They don't make too much noise about it, no pun intended, but this is a good feature that they have. I actually bought the receiver for rolling thunder, and I enjoyed that very much. I got it hooked up to a big sound woofer, and then I'll run it pretty loud actually. That is fun. And at the bottom there's some warranty information, some cheat sheet, and also I like this warning here. They have a warning here. Turn your DCC controller off before you put it back on the track. That's always good advice. A little bit of the instructions. I'll let you have a look at that in case you buy this used and it doesn't have the instructions. So DCC and Sound. And I did download the manual. I had trouble with mine, so I did download the manual. Here's a cheat sheet. So that too, I'll let you look at that in case you bought this used and you don't have that. I would only use the first 9 features, the first 9 functions, although I do like the station sounds. I do like that. It'll say all aboard and things like that. But it's in there, if you're ever wondering. I just use the first 9 functions. Here's another nice tip. I got this tip from the Kato instruction manuals. You know, use the plastic to move your engine around. So that's really good. When they keep the cheat sheet out for now, and we're gonna go on the track and try this out. And now it's time to run some trains. All right, let's do the initial programming. So we'll just start with that. Program on the main. Well, actually, no, I'm going to do program track. Because it's the initial programming, we'll do it that way. Standard is good. Oh, just so you know, there is a recovery program or factory reset on the NC power cab. Don't use it with the Paragon 4. I've done it before. It puts all the CVs back to 1 or 0, and you have to reprogram every CV one at a time, so don't do it. So manufacturer 38, that's good to know. Decoder version 132, that's good to know. Setup address, yes. Short address already has 03, so we'll keep that. Activate this address, yes. Long address will go for 5500. So 5500. That sounds good. Activate this address, yes. And then the rest we'll just skip over. We won't change anything, so that's perfect. So if you do that, your engine doesn't work, remember your cheat sheet. So we need to do the startup feature, which is F9. So let's do that. And it's pretty loud, to be honest. Oh, the headlight comes on and everything. So even without the rolling thunder, it's still pretty loud. So let's try moving forward. So open togs at first. Then it switches to regular. Check out some features. So bell. The horn sounds so good. So reverse. You can see the reversing headlight comes on. And then reverse lever, power reverse, you can hear that too. So yeah, everything seems to be going good. Everything seems to be going good with that. So I'm gonna get my nice Broadway Limited set up. Oh yeah, look at that, the number boards lined up. So I'm gonna turn on my rolling thunder here. Difference. It is especially impressive during startup. You should also turn on your subwoofer, get a really good pair of headphones to hear it. Got my train set up. It's a Cado 10-car Broadway Limited set, and I got the 4-car expansion set on it. I suppose you wouldn't buy all that stuff in one sitting. You would wait, you'd buy a little bit at a time, but it sure adds up. All aboard!